Gato Perro back with another action figure review. Today on the brand new Marvel Legends Infinite Series Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure Wave Spider-Man. Yes! Finally I got him. Found him at Walmart along with the rest of the wave, so we're gonna go through them all during the coming days. So already looks like he comes with a bunch of accessories. On the back we get a picture of Spider-Man in a bar that reads, "A radioactive spider bite made Peter Parker a superhero, but he still gets hungry." In Spanish, una araña radiactiva transformó a Peter Parker en un superhéroe, pero su apetito no disminuyó. And on the bottom we get a picture of every single figure in this wave, plus the Build-A-Figure, and I will be reviewing them in the exact order they are in. So I'm going to take a moment and get the Spider-Man figure out of the packaging. So immediately out of the packaging, I can say that this Spider-Man has definitely joined my top 5 list of best Spider-Man figures ever. He is absolutely amazing. Pun absolutely intended. This guy is great. Hasbro did a great job. There's not too much they could have messed up on, but the paint was really the big major point that they had to nail. And that's unfortunately not a perfect thing they got right. There was a lot of mistakes they made throughout the paint. That could be just mine. I know there's probably some perfect ones out there, but there is some mistakes that I've seen even in other people's reviews, which I am going to comment on. And he does come with a bunch of accessories. First up are his 3 pairs of hands, which include the fist, which you see attached to the figure. The other ones are the open hands, which you can use for wall crawling. All of which have the nice web lines going across them, really finely painted. Some of them with more rings around the fingers and like through the palms. And the other ones are the web ones, which are his classic symbol of shooting web. Looks pretty cool. The same exact design of the web, even going throughout the individual fingers shape. A slice of pepperoni pizza is also included with the Spider-Man, which gives him the perfect amount of like humor and just like it's kind of a Spider-Man-esque accessory that really matches the character in a way. It even has the cheese dripping over the side, which is perfectly sculpted to go in between the fingers. You can hold it on either side of the figure. Even the pepperonis have some really sweet detail going in there, like little itty bitty grains of stuff in there. The crust looks really good. Even on the back, they got the design and pattern of the pizza down correctly. And lastly, and what I think is most specifically unique to this figure, is the Peter Parker head sculpt that has the mask halfway showing his face, which looks pretty awesome, I gotta admit it. It's really unique. I've never seen another figure have this before. It is really awesome, but I think I would have preferred a full-on Peter Parker head sculpt. But I do still appreciate it that they gave us this. It looks like it's the exact same head as the regular one. It's just that it's been sculpted underneath to have the wrinkles of the mask folding up. The eyes look just as good. The mouth and the skin color is all really well done in there. It looks about this perfect skin color. There's no chipping or anything. There's no red coming in through it. The white teeth are in place. There's not like smudging out of the mouth or anything like that. Looks pretty young. Nice little Peter Parker head sculpt. Nice accessory. Really like it. Alright, so getting down to the actual Spider-Man figure, he does utilize mostly the exact same sculpt as the superior Spider-Man, minus the fact that they've elongated the abdomen to make it much longer, but it still has a much more skinny build, and it does have a new head sculpt which looks great. Reminds me a lot of the Spectacular Spider-Man, just kind of more of a pear shape. Very classic looking. Just the overall style of this figure kind of reminds me of the more modern comics that we get down. Some of the artists I can think of that look like this are like Humberto Ramos, who's a Mexican artist who draws Spider-Man really well. Really like his work. A lot of the covers that we see nowadays kind of look just like this, so I'm really happy to know that this is kind of a really updated Spider-Man as opposed to maybe the McFarlane, which is from like the 90s, and some other ones that maybe take inspiration from other artists. But yeah, this guy mostly comes down to how the paint is executed, and it does it about 60% right. I mean, far away he's going to look just fine. The blue and reds are just as you would want them to be. He has the idealized body mold for Spider-Man. You know, he's lanky and he's muscular, but not overly done. The paint around the eyes of the rim aren't too bad. They kind of do go out of place. They don't exactly match up with the sculpts, and there's a little bit of red coming in from underneath the white area, more in the black trim. On the top of the head, there's webbing that doesn't exactly connect. On the shoulders, it seems like they're a different color from the rest of the mold, from the chest and from the abdomen, like they're all using different color of plastic. They don't match up completely. Underneath our armpits, we do get a red joint, which isn't all that bad. It's the same as the elbow joints, which I don't think bother anyone anymore. It's not as problematic as people made it to seem on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. Speaking of which, I'm really happy with how they fixed the armpit joint. It was already fixed on the Superior, but on the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I feel like they've improved a lot from that to this, and I can see definitely a lot of people utilizing this in a lot of their ACBA pictures and stop motion animations. This could possibly become the staple for Spider-Man figures. in the mold from any other figures to come, like the Scarlet Spider, which got announced, which I'm really excited for because I can already tell that it's going to be a great figure because I like this one just as much. On the back, the web kind of gets a little bit more choppy, a little bit more rough around the edges with the spider web. There's kind of more of a chalky feel to it, like there's a lot of paint missing. If you fold in the armpit joints, they don't really reveal as much as they did on the Mix 1 and 2 figure. It's not like you can see the insides, but it does come to an end with the red paints. And then we come across the neck, everything looks pretty good. Minus the front of the hinge that has a little bit of blue bleeding through the actual edges of the hinge. And then towards the abdomen is about the worst part. I think where you want to check any other figures that are left on the pegs, because it seems like most of them have this area right here that has the red kind of just not completely going through. And even the black lines don't look darkened in enough to look completely in as much as it is on the chest. And even the spider logo has some little spots missing in it, but not too bad. The legs look great, still don't look too much out of place, at least I don't think so, since the elongated torso is a little bit different. And then the boots look great, they don't have any problems because it's just molded in red, although there is some of it peeking in through the knee joints. And then you just got spider patas. Now for its articulation, he has lots of it. His head is able to go up, that far down. He does have armpit joints going all the way forward, all the way back, not revealing any blue paint around here, which is really good. The arms go out that much, they do go forward, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He does have a wrist that goes side to side, and it does hinge up and down. He does have an ab crunch that goes more far forward than back. He does have a waist swivel. He has the legs that go forward. They really don't go out that much, about like that. But I don't think that'll prevent you from getting him into some splitting poses right here because he can kick really far up. He does have a thigh swivel, double jointed knees. His ankles go up, down. He does have the ankle pivot. For his height, it looks like he stands about 6¼ inches tall. Here he is compared to last year's The Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. And yeah, I can think this is just about a huge improvement from Hasbro. As much as I liked this figure before in the beginning, I gotta say, I kind of messed him up a lot during the stop motion. A lot of the paint is worn off on the arms. And I don't really want to buy another one because I already have my Mayfix anyway. So yeah, that's the comparison with him. Another one of Hasbro's earlier Spider-Man works included this Spider-Man right here from the Spider-Man 2008 series. I don't know the exact name, but this is another one of their first attempts at making the classic red and blue Spider-Man. Going back to Toy Biz, here is a Spider-Sense Spider-Man. And finally, what I think is just about the only Spider-Man that didn't have sculpted webbing from Toy Biz is the Urban Legend Spider-Man. So that's the end of my review. I'm really happy Hasbro decided to make a comic book style classic Spider-Man for the Marvel Legends series. And it looks great. Absolutely love it. I really do recommend it. It shouldn't be too hard to find. He's super packaged, so hopefully you'll find him and you'll get the chance to pick out one that doesn't have as many paint problems as mine, which are kind of minor. But yeah, he works great. The articulation is awesome. I definitely do feel like you can just take the figure, move some parts around, and you'll get a really dynamic pose out of it. So that's it for my review. Please stay tuned for more because I will be reviewing the rest of the series and the Hobgoblin at the end. So stay tuned for that. This has been Gato Perro.